to Chicas and Chisme. We are your hosts. I'm Carla.
And I'm Angelica. So today we're going to kind of go into dating as a single mom.
My favorite subject.
It's a fun subject for sure.
Absolutely. It is fun out there for sure.
Interesting?
To say the least. Interesting to say the least. I mean, in my wildest dreams, did I think that I'd be 43 and single, right?
Yeah.
I was married for 13 years, and I never thought that I'd be here today. But I am. So what happens next? You go out and look for somebody. Obviously, you know, we don't want to be single for the rest of our lives. It is fun. Let me tell you, being single is fun, right? Because A, you get to do whatever you want. You don't have to ask for permission. You don't have to deal with anyone or anything. However, when you go home at night, it gets lonely.
There are lonely moments,
Absolutely.
but it's better to be alone than to be in the wrong situation.
And to be in the wrong situation.
And
and
it's
let me tell you, we have been definitely in the wrong
situations. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I guess our topic, because we have dated since our divorces, right? How are women meeting quality individuals that can like align with you, right? In your 30s and 40s, right? What does that look like right now in 2022? What does that look like, right? I have a lot of friends and family who are single, who are in the same boat as us, and they're trying the dating apps. They're trying just meeting people through other people, right? So what experiences have you had, Carla, that you'd like to share?
Oh, man. I don't have all day, but I've done it all. I've done the dating apps. I was successful on a dating app. I did date a man. And I feel like dating apps are like meeting. How do I say this? Like, it's like finding a needle in a haystack, right?
Yeah, definitely.
For me, at least, that's how it happened. I did meet good people, and I did end up dating
a person
long term.
Yeah.
Obviously, it didn't work out. But
so, do you think there's potential in a dating app,
absolutely.
or do you? Yeah.
But now it's kind of like I feel like a lot of people are dating on dating apps that you're gonna run into the same people. Like you might run into the same person that I ran into, and I don't want to deal with that. You know, I've been hooked up. That didn't work out. So now I'm at a point where I was like, okay, where do I go and how do I meet someone? You know what I mean? How do I find somebody that has potential? Somebody that is right for me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that a dating app isn't something that you should do or you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't want to meet someone that you already met or you already went out with.
Yep.
And I feel like dating apps, especially if you put, for instance, if you put like your city, okay, I'm in Chula Vista or San Diego, I feel like we're all going to meet the same person.
Like locally, because all these people are rotating on the same app, right? Or they're the same. There's multiple apps, but they're the same people on multiple apps.
Right, exactly.
Right? And you know this because you're on multiple apps and you're doing the same thing.
Right. But I don't want to date somebody that you've dated.
No,
and I don't want to
vice versa.
I don't want to talk to somebody that you've talked to.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Didn't you run into my ex-husband? You ran into my ex-husband.
So many times on there.
And it's like,
and I'm all left, next.
No,
and nothing against him. It's just, it's not, you know what I mean?
Like how you going to be like, oh
yeah,
that's him. I'm going to hook up with him. No, like,
I know.
We don't want to do none of that. So it's like, where is everybody like meeting?
Like what?
People?
I don't know. I know that we tend, Carla, you and I, tend to watch a lot of TikToks, and it happens to be our like...
TikTok therapy is what we like to call.
Our resource for knowledge. But I did notice that on TikTok, there's a lot of comments, right? And people share how they really feel. And I accidentally, actually, came across an account that she was sharing advice to men about women, right? That's what she was doing. So she was telling men, do this or don't do that, and blah, blah, blah. And I went onto the comments and I'm like reading what all these men were saying. And a lot of these men are like, we're not going out anymore. We're staying home. We're not on apps. We're not doing that anymore. We're tired of like spending, money or like being left on red or ghosted or played with or whatever. And so a lot of these quality men are just not coming out. Like, so where are they?
It's funny because I always think the same thing as men, right? I'm always like, oh, there's no good quality men out there. However, they're thinking the same thing about us because I feel like women and men are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, where do you go?
And so that brings me to another TikTok.
Claro.
TikTok number 2. I don't remember them, so I'm not going to like talk about like who they are or whatever, but it's just in general.
Right.
So this lady on TikTok was like, where do you find 30 and 40-year-old available men that are of quality, right? And
of quality.
It was of quality. So it was stitched, and this older gentleman comes in and he says, it's pretty simple. What you do is you think about the kind of man you want to date, right? And I think that goes for men as well. They think about the woman that they want to date, right? And what would she be doing on a Friday night, Saturday night? Or what are her hobbies? Like, what would you be like proud to be like, this is my husband. This is what he does on the weekend, right? Does he go clubbing? No. Does he go to bars every day of the week? No. Like, what qualities?
What do you like to do?
Yeah. What do you?
And maybe you'll find.
And what do you want? Yeah. And what do you want him to be doing? Right. That way, you're not changing a person. You're accepting him for who he is, but you're finding him within that population.
Correct.
That does that, right? Mm-hmm. So I thought it was really interesting. So then I'm like, I guess we're going to golf courses.
Oh, golf courses.
I guess it's going to have to be the golf course.
I've had bad experiences with people that golf. So
what about bowling? What about bowling?
Oh, you know what? Yes, bowling is like, okay.
I guess we're going to be bowling on Sundays.
People have asked me, why don't you find somebody at church? Oh, okay, I'm going to go sit in church and be like, hey, what's up? Do you want to go out sometime?
Yeah.
Like, no, I don't want to do that.
Or at the gym, it's like, oh, that guy looks cute. But it's like people are working out. They're wearing their headphones. It's not a place. And it's like, that's where you normally work out. So it's like you do date someone there. Do you go and then it doesn't work out? It's kind of awkward to be going back.
But let me tell you something. You just said, this guy that was on TikTok said, I'm tired. I just want to go home. I don't want to deal with nothing. So then if you go out somewhere, okay, I'm going to give you an example. I went to the ATM the other day and I went to go do my thing at the ATM. A man, very good looking, was right behind me. I turn around and he goes, hello. And I said, oh, hi. And I'm thinking, wow. Okay. So I'm waiting for the ATM. The ATM's taking forever. He's like right there, whatever. I'm thinking, hopefully he'll talk to me. Nothing. When I finished, I turned around, I smiled.
You're giving him the cue.
Right. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, maybe I say, have a nice day. And I look at him, I smile, and all he said was, nice.
Oh, God.
So it's like, what does that mean? Nice that I finished fast on the ATM? Nice that...
Do you feel like they're talking a different language? Like, to them, it's not offensive, right?
But no. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't offensive. He wasn't like a perv or anything, but I was like hoping that he'd be like... But that's the thing. He probably hoped that I talked to him, and I was hoping that he talked to me.
So what stopped you from talking to him?
I was shy. I'm shy.
But what if, like, these men are afraid of rejection at this point?
Exactly, just the way I am.
Yeah, so then nobody's talking to each other.
I get in my car and I leave, and I'm like, that was a missed opportunity. So, for me, I feel like that was a missed opportunity.
Maybe we all need to walk around not getting so attached to the outcome and just taking risks and just going, like, and then approaching people as people, not like as a piece of meat. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like as people, like going, oh, wow, like how was your day today? Like, oh, your outfit's cool. I like your shoes. Like just something like, not like, man, you look good. Like, oh, no.
Right. And at that point, then I drove off and I was like, I should have just said, have a nice day.
Yeah.
Who knows what would have come of that? You know what I mean? But at the end of the day,
it wasn't meant to be.
It was not meant to be. And it is what it is. But it's just an example of how we have so many missed opportunities, right?
Always.
And I feel like now that I'm older and I want to say I'm a little wiser, I want to be like, if I think you're good looking, if I don't see a ring on your finger, I want to be able to come up to you and say, hi, I'm so and so, introduce myself.
Have you done it before?
Yes.
How does it feel?
It felt amazing only because it was
Reciprocated.
yes.
So it hasn't happened where they reject you.
Well, I've never done it. I've done it
Once,
time,
and it worked
was
out.
like, hi, we exchanged numbers, and it was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah.
But I feel like even if I would have been rejected, it would have been okay because I did that. I
Yeah.
went up to you. I had the courage to say,
You're brave.
"Ándale, I was brave."
You were so brave.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, let me tell you,
Like
I
the
had
brave.
like 3 wines.
Liquid courage for sure.
Liquid courage.
But
I
even
remember
then-
everything, and it was like, hello, and it was nice.
We don't do that often enough, especially women.
We don't. We
No.
always wait
Yeah.
for that man. But then I always, again, back to the thing. Men are also afraid of rejection.
I'm afraid of everything. Like the other day I was driving home, like I was driving south on the 5, and I still had like an hour to come home. And I'm driving, and there's this truck driver next to me. And I'm driving, and I'm like, I'm looking down, and I'm like driving, looking down, thinking whatever. And then like I felt someone staring at me, so I turn around and I look up, and it's a truck driver. He's like 2 cars over to the right, but it's like he has his whole head turned over, making eye contact with me from the window. And he was cute, right? Do I smile? Do I say hi? No, I look back down. I was like, oh my God, he looked at me. I don't want to look.
Missed opportunity.
Well, I mean, it wasn't an opportunity. He
Well,
was
no,
like,
how do you
but,
get off, you know,
But
how do you-
even then, I'm like, I'm not brave.
And I think it takes one time for you to do it to
It's
be
practice.
like, yes, exactly. Even maybe practice with somebody that you wouldn't typically be interested in, and be like, I'm gonna do this just to see how you feel
Yeah.
and how they take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So maybe-
And they might be open to it, and they might not, or they may just be like, I mean, we've been approached a lot of times, right? And not to be all
Toot our horn.
toot our own
Toot,
horns,
toot.
but like we have had experiences more often than not when we're
Right.
not interested, right?
Right.
And how do we normally respond? Like when someone comes up, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm good, and we'll interact with them out of like respect and courtesy, not out of interest. And of course, if they're being respectful, right? If they're being like jerks, we're just like whatever, we're gonna walk away. But if they're being respectful, we'll entertain it to a point to be respectful back. But then they're like, "Oh, can I have your number?" "Oh, well, I'm not really dating right now. I'm not interested."
Right, there's polite ways
like
of rejecting. There's
yeah.
polite ways of
So
rejecting.
we have to get used to hearing that the other way around.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So maybe we should try. Well, I did it. I did it one time.
Let's do it this weekend.
I have never done it. It went well. Thankfully, it went well. But even like, I'm talking to this man, right? And he asked me like, do you do this often? I said, no, absolutely not. This is my very first time I've ever gone up to somebody.
Yeah.
But I told him, had you rejected me, I still would have been like, thank you. Have a great day.
Yeah.
And
Because
then I still would have, I still would have felt like I did that.
Yeah.
I did it. You know what I mean? Because we're not used to, as women, we think we're so old fashioned, right? We think,
Oh,
the
they have to
man should come
approach
up to
us.
me, the man has to.
Oh, we don't want to give the wrong impression that
Correct.
we're like easy,
Right.
Yeah.
But I think now in the generation that we're living in and at our age, I feel like if you want it, go for it.
Yeah.
And that goes to for everything, jobs,
Anything.
anything. If you want it, go for it. Rejection is just
Redirection.
Ah! Yes.
Yeah, girl, you
And
learn.
rejection is redirection, and I'm learning that just now.
Every day.
Just now, but I'm
Yeah.
so happy that I'm learning it. And
We've come a long way.
we have.
Like a long way.
And I feel like
nothing is personal.
if you're
Carla.
a single mom out there that is waiting for, I don't know, a sign or what
Courage.
to do, courage,
Direction, guidance. Yeah.
yeah, just listen.
Just get out there.
Just get out there.
We're going to take our own advice.
I need
We're
to.
just going to get out there.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. Can't lose.
There's nothing to lose.
There's nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You know, and just be ourselves. 100%.
Yeah.
They don't mean anything.
Yeah.
Just approach them. Say hi.
And people come and go. And the ones that go, bye.
Bye.
And the
There's
ones
the
that
door.
come, hello.
Hi.
Welcome. Bienvenidos.
I know.
Yeah. So, and then I think, I feel like we learn so much from whoever comes into our lives, whether it's friends, whether it's romantic or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like we have learned so much with whoever comes into our lives.
I just feel like attracts like. So if you're like in a negative space, you're going to attract more negativity. If you're in a positive space, you're
shit.
going to attract more
Yes.
positivity. So it's irrelevant what you attract. It's irrelevant if it's a job or a romantic partner or a best friend or just a business partner. Like all of it's irrelevant.
Right.
It's all irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It's all for you.
Right.
It's all meant for you because it's attracting like. So if you're on a higher frequency, if your energy's good, if your life is you're living life is half full, not half empty, right? Then you're attracting other individuals that are the same way, regardless, or opportunities, right? And just go out. Don't be afraid. 'Cause fear is going to hold us back all the time for whatever we're talking about.
Exactly. Not only that, but I feel like if you are with the wrong people, you're not going to go anywhere. And
Not gonna
that's what I
grow.
have learned. That's what I have learned in relationships, at least for me. Being with certain people in my relationships, I feel like I was stuck. And it's like, well, I wanted to be there because of that person. But in my mind, I knew that I didn't belong there.
Yeah.
And once you exit that, it's like I can't explain it. Like you exit that and then all
You're
these
free.
doors start opening and you're like, now I feel like I am where I need to be.
Yeah.
And this person was holding me back.
But the truth is, the person wasn't holding you back. You were holding you back by staying there because that's not where you're supposed to be.
Ding. Holy crap.
So it's easy to blame exes for anything, right? We all make mistakes. I'm sure we've made our fair share of mistakes in relationships, right? We're all growing. We all have our own journey, right? But when two people are not meant to be, stop making it trying to work. It's not going to work. If you're not helping each other grow,
the hard way, yes.
if you're not helping each other grow, feel free in the relationship
I have learned
and
that the
support
hard
each
way.
other.
Yeah.
Let go, because it's easy to blame someone else. Oh, they did this to me, or they're this way, or blah, blah. No, you can't force anyone to be anything. They're just not right for you.
Yeah. And I stayed because I thought I wanted it so bad to work. But yeah, you're right. It wasn't that person's fault.
No.
It was my fault for wanting this so bad and them showing me I don't want this.
That it's not right.
But you force.
Well, resistance causes friction. And when you're resisting, you're not letting it just flow to you. So you were resisting change. You needed the change. Stop crying, Carla. Stop crying. And it's easy.
I'm not crying.
And I'm not blaming you, right? It's just the process you were in. Like, we can't blame ourselves. We have to heal ourselves. We have to forgive ourselves for not knowing what we didn't know, right? But looking back, we can't blame them.
But I feel like everybody that comes into your life is a lesson, right? We've talked about this before.
Definitely.
Like,
What did you learn?
Everybody that comes into our lives is a lesson. What did you learn from so-and-so? What did you learn from so-and-so?
But what did you learn about yourself?
Oh, exactly. Like, what did I learn with my last relationship? It's like,
It's all a blessing.
it's
honestly.
all a blessing.
All of it. Like, I would not
100%. I am so grateful
for all those relationships.
for all those relationships because I wouldn't be where I am today.
No.
I wouldn't be who I am today.
And we probably wouldn't be making this podcast right
I
now.
know, and I'm so excited to bring this podcast to everybody because, like I said, there's so many people out there like us
So many.
There has to be so many people out there like us, men and women,
Of course.
you know?
There is no
So-
enemy. It's just everyone's on a different healing journey.
Absolutely.
And they're in a different stage. You know, we can look back. We can have a friend who's like stuck in a toxic relationship, and we can get frustrated. Like, why don't they just leave? And it's like, because you were there at some point.
yeah.
They're not there yet.
I catch myself saying the same thing. Oh, hell no. I would never take that.
Yeah.
I took that shit.
It's like, oh, I would never give someone who cheats on me an opportunity. And then it's like, I look back and go, oh wait,
I did that.
I did do that.
Yeah. But I think we're in a different space where we're like, I will not allow that again.
No.
You know, well,
But as a
I
friend,
wanna
I know. Did you learn?
learn?
No, but like
I wanna
honestly, it's about
hold.
having compassion for other people's journey as well, right? And knowing that they are where they're at because they need to learn what they need to learn.
Absolutely.
And it's fine.
100%. It's like,
Right?
I've been there and you're going to learn,
Yeah.
hopefully.
And there's so much we still need to learn.
Oh, no. Of course.
You know?
Absolutely.
And it's okay. It's like, I can't remember where I heard this, but I think it was a different podcast. And it was like, imagine yourself as your 80-year-old version of yourself. What would she tell you to do? So let's say you're entertaining a relationship and this person's not answering your text messages, or they keep canceling on your dates, or they keep blaming you or gaslighting you about a situation. And it's like, your 80-year-old self would say, what the fuck? Like, you don't have this much time. Like, why are you wasting your time? Like, you have no idea what's around the corner. Let this shit go because it's around the corner. Like, you don't put up with that. You love yourself too much for that. Move on. Communicate. I'm not saying just like rip the Band-Aid and be like, I'm gone. Communicate. Give people an opportunity. Because, you know, when we're in a new relationship, there's a lot to learn still. But if the respect's not there, the trust isn't there, if someone's insecure and doesn't, all those
Move
things,
it
like,
along.
just move along because
Move
you're
it
not there to teach
along.
someone.
Because life is so short. And yes, it is. But life is short. We have one life. And this has been my, ¿cómo te dice? Like, my thoughts. I live one life.
And that's it.
I don't want, granted, I've stayed where I shouldn't have stayed.
You overstayed.
Overstayed.
You
yes.
overstayed. You
I
were supposed to
overstayed.
go there, but
Yes.
you overstayed.
Yes.
It expired.
Exactly. So now I feel like, move it along.
No more.
We live one life. One life. Be happy. Do what you want. Do what you want. And you know what? I told you this. My new thought in life is, I don't care. Do I care? Yes,
Yes,
I
you
care.
care.
But I'm saying, no, but I'm saying, like, you don't want to talk to me anymore?
That's fine.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You don't want to call me? You don't want to hang out? I don't care. You don't want to invite me?
I don't care.
I don't care.
That's fine.
Because guess what? There's going to be people out there
Who
that
do. Remember, Carla, if it's not a hell yeah, it's a...
no. Exactly.
Yeah.
So live your life and do whatever the hell you want, because at the end of the day, it does not matter. No one matters but what you want and what you want.
What brings you happiness
And
and love.
whoever is meant to be in your life and whoever is meant to genuinely love you and be in your life will
You'll
stay.
know. They'll stay and you'll stay.
Exactly.
You'll have no reason to leave.
Exactly.
And they'll have no reason to
And
want to
those who
leave.
want to leave, bye.
Leave.
Leave.
Please hurry up.
Yes.
Because time is ticking. I'm only
Yes.
getting older every single day.
Yes,
So please
exactly.
go. If you're unsure about me, please go.
Don't waste my time.
And I promise I will do the same for you.
Exactly.
If I feel like you're not for me, I will let you know.
I will let you. Yes.
It's hot in here. I think it's a ghost.
Yeah. So anyway, this is just a little bit of
We kind of got into more about relationships, and we were talking about like the different ways to meet a person, right?
No, but I think it
goes
all
hand in
like,
hand.
goes hand in hand, and I feel like yes, absolutely. At this, in where we're living now, not where, meaning the time, it's so hard to meet
Quality.
people, and I'm sure people think the same about us, which I don't care. But for me, I feel like, holy crap! Like, where are you? Where are you?
Maybe he's healing. Maybe he's going through a breakup and he needs another year to get better. I'm the doctor here. I'm the psychologist, but I honestly, I'm not.
She's not.
I'm not.
She's not a psychologist.
I'm not a psychologist. She's different.
But she still can give you counseling advice. I don't know.
I'm experienced in life.
Yeah.
I've been through 2 divorces. I'm 39.
Me too.
With 2 kids from 2 different dads.
It's okay.
And I have to balance
It's okay.
2 different schedules, completely different sets of needs, right? My son's in high school. My daughter's in elementary school. Like, different
Two
sets.
different daddies.
2 different dads.
You are brave, girl. You are brave.
And you know what? I respect those men. They love their kids.
Yeah.
That's it.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
¿Cómo te digo?
They may not do things how I want.
Well,
but it's okay.
Nobody's gonna do things how you want.
But you know
I'm
what?
saying in a view of like you talking about the fathers of your kids,
Yeah. It's not personal.
they love their kids.
They love their kids. And I want my kids to be loved.
Yeah.
And I love my kids.
And we are so lucky. I always tell myself, I am so lucky. Yes, I'm divorced. It sucks. I never wanted to divorce.
No,
to be
you don't
divorced,
go
right?
get married
Right.
with the intention of divorce.
But I am so glad that I divorced who I divorced because my daughter, I don't worry about her. I don't worry about my daughter when she's with her father because I know that he loves her and he cares about her and and she's okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, why are we talking about this? I have no idea. Back to dating.
Or you can change your mindset and actually have fun meeting people.
That's true.
Not for dating, but just meet people to meet people. And if you end up with a spark, then that's a plus. If you end up with a new business, then that's a plus. If you end up with a new friend, that's a plus.
So you're trying to tell me that meeting people while dating can be different types of connections, correct?
Focus on the connection and what it's meant to be will be. Focus on just developing connections with people. Whether it develops into a friendship, into a business partner or situation or opportunity.
Or a relationship.
Or a love relationship. Or your soulmate.
I love
Do you believe in soulmates? Or do you believe in multiple soulmates?
Listen, I did believe in soulmates. I mean, a soulmate. Like, I did believe that there is a soulmate. But now, going through what I've been through, I feel like you're my soulmate.
Yeah, you can have friendship soulmates.
Obviously not a romantic soulmate, but I feel like you're my soulmate in a sense where
our souls.
Everything happened the way it should have happened, meaning you met my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And me
we
and
met.
you connected more than probably you and my brother connected.
Don't tell him that.
I won't. Shh, don't tell.
Don't tell him.
I will not tell him. But this is what I'm saying. So, in sense, like, I feel like I saw this on TikTok. I love TikTok. I saw this on TikTok. Like, basically, you make that person, whoever you want, your soulmate.
Yeah.
So I met somebody last year, and I honestly thought that was my soulmate.
Your romantic soulmate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't. So then at that point, I'm like, no, I don't believe it.
Yeah. But you do, because I'm your soulmate.
Because you're my soulmate.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, no, of course you're not.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm going to threaten you, and I will kill you if you leave.
No, she won't. Take it back.
I will never kill her. I love her so much. But meaning, like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I believe in a soulmate. Because I don't know.
I believe that we have multiple soulmates. I believe that we have multiple soulmates, and that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a romantic one. Or you can have multiple romantic soulmates, right? That came into your life for a certain period of time for whatever reason, right? Mm-hmm. But I think deep down what I believe is two people who align in their values, in their goals, have the same view on relationships as far as like longevity, making sure that it's something that you know that two people have to work hard to make it work. And work hard doesn't mean it has to be difficult. It just means you have to make an effort. You both have to make an effort. and you make each other laugh. You're like best friends.
That's my favorite.
Joke around, you
Yes.
travel, you have a good time, and you have a growth. Like for me, it's like you have to have a growth mindset. You use opportunities to learn from and grow from them. They don't have to necessarily be something negative in your life. Because everything has a positive and a negative. Everything does, right?
Yeah.
Like for instance, we're here and we're recording. What's a positive? We're connecting, we're having a good time, we're sharing. What's the negative? We could be at the gym working out, we're giving up this opportunity to do something. We're giving up another opportunity.
Yeah, but I feel like the positive
outweighs the negative. But
100%.
there's positives and negatives.
Right.
Right.
And that's yes.
So in any situation, there's going to be positives and negatives for anything. So how are you going to look at it? What lens are you going to be using? Your negative lens or your positive lens? How are you going to view life? You're going to be like, oh yeah, I've been divorced. Wow, I can't believe how lucky was I to have two men in this lifetime love me enough to propose to me, to want to marry me. Some women never even get proposed to once.
Oh.
And we both had that opportunity. How
Nice.
beautiful is that?
Yeah.
To have two men love us that much and want to marry us.
Yeah.
Did it work? No, it didn't work for a lot of reasons. But we had that opportunity that a lot of people don't have.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a positive. And then along the way, with those two marriages, I met so many beautiful people because I met them,
Like
including you. Yeah, including you.
Absolutely.
You know?
No, I know. I get it. I totally get it. And you know what? It's so funny that you mentioned that because you're so right.
I'm
Like,
always right,
we-
Carla. Just kidding. Oh, that's why I got divorced. Never mind. I'm not always right. I'm 99% right.
98, yes.
Okay.
But you're right. Like we actually had. Anyway, that's besides the point. It's soulmates. I feel like they come in. ¿Cómo se dice? Like I don't.
Diferentes
Say,
paquetes.
see, in different packages.
Yeah.
Whether it's a friend, whether it's I have amazing clients. I am a cosmetologist. That's what I do for a
During the
living.
day.
For a living. I absolutely love my job. And I have met so many amazing people. And I can honestly say, maybe not soulmates, but I can honestly say there's people that are going to stay till the end of my career.
You have great connections.
Great connections. And that makes me so happy. So, yes, I do believe in soulmates. I just don't believe that there are soulmates like in relationships. I feel like you're going to have more than one soulmate,
I agree.
right?
I mean, not everyone agrees on that.
No, and not
Some
everyone's
people
gonna
think there's
agree,
just
and
one
that's
person
okay.
for them. I agree that maybe we meet him and he's our soulmate. Just
For
like
now.
and maybe he's supposed maybe we meet multiple men who are we meet them and they become our friend and they're our soulmate. And then maybe the next time we meet someone and they're our friend and they're our soulmate, and then along the way they become romantically involved with us. And then they're like forever. But that doesn't mean they were necessarily you're the only option in this whole world.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It just means the connection was there and
Yeah.
it was strong enough and you both wanted it because you have to keep choosing each other to make it work.
Wow.
That was deep.
That was very deep because
What did I say?
feel like you said you have to keep choosing each other to make it work. And I feel that's why relationships
doesn't
don't
work.
work. Because people
Stop.
give up.
They stopped choosing each
People
other.
give up for any stupid ass reason. And yes, I think it makes me feel like it
Triggered a little?
triggers me because I feel like one mistake you make and you're freaking out.
You're X'd out. But the thing is,
You don't want to stick around because, you are disturbing my peace.
Mhm.
Instead of saying, what's going on?
can we let's make some ground rules.
Let's see how we can work this out because I love you because I have told you multiple times that I love you.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, you choose that I love you, but I don't love you enough because you
Because
made
you're an
me mad.
inconvenience.
Because you made me
Yeah.
mad one time.
Yeah. And this obviously doesn't apply to toxic relationships where there's abuse or
No. In general,
or stuff
meaning-
like that. But like
Yeah.
just regular relationships where you actually connect, right? You connect, you have a lot in common, you fall in love. Like you get to the point where you fall in love, you enjoy each other's company, and then you're together, let's say a year or whatever, and then all of a sudden like, oh, you're too much for me. This is too much for me. I don't want this anymore. It's like you know you don't want somebody, right? After a certain amount of time. So move on. Like, why do you get to the point where, you know, and I get it. If you're having conversations and you're open about things and then things are just not changing, then you start realizing that you're just not aligned and it's not working. And you can mutually say, hey, this isn't working. Move on.
Move on.
But don't string somebody along and then make them feel like they're guilty and they're not good enough.
Yep. I'm raising my hand because that's happened.
Yeah.
And it really sucks because I don't want to be in that position anymore. I don't want to be in the position where I feel like I'm not wanted because I made a mistake.
No, you should never be in that position.
Right. Like we're grown. Right?
And they don't want to be in that position either. They don't want to live that way, tiptoeing around us, right?
I get it, but anyway, I don't know.
It's difficult.
It is.
It's so complex, yet it's simple. Keep like if you find someone that you want to choose and they keep choosing you,
Amazing.
keep working.
Amazing.
Keep working at it.
Yes. And I feel like the older we get, it gets harder because I feel like we are set in our ways.
And
right?
people just go, I don't want to do this. I'm done.
I don't want to do this. Oh, she argued with me or he argued with me. I'm done.
Like dumb things.
Yeah.
We're not
like,
talking disrespect or insecurities. You know, if someone's insecure, you have to ask yourself, are they insecure because I did something or are they insecure because of their baggage? If it's their baggage, then it's not your job to fix them. They have to fix themselves. If it's something you did, you need to question yourself. What did I do? Why did I do that?
Correct.
To make them feel insecure. And is this the person I want to be with? Because why did I trigger them to be insecure? Or the other way around, like I didn't do anything. Why are you so insecure with me?
Yeah.
Right? Then it's not your problem. But there's so many topics on that.
There's so many topics.
We'll have to dig deep into each topic later.
Absolutely. But today, I guess, back to
The dating.
No, not even that.
I have hope.
Back to us, Angelica
Carla.
and Carla. And we are so excited to be here. And we are so excited to kind of just give you every time a little bit of everything we go through.
And advice.
We're
We're not professionals.
absolutely not.
So don't take what we say as professional advice because it's not. It's just
No.
our experiences as single moms, living our life and trying to be better every day.
Yes.
We're just trying to be better versions of ourselves because we want better for ourselves and we want better for you guys.
Exactly. So hopefully you come back and you visit our podcast and have fun with us.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
See you next time.